Shouldn't be a problem at all. Yeah, it's loose. I don't want to break the whole goddamn guitar. So just gonna wiggle it out like a tooth. Oh yeah, I think this might be a little bit more tricky because the headstock was broken about 10 years ago. And this is the original nut, so there could be some major problem here. That's perfect. It's coming out now. Yeah. There we go. There we go. So this is basically the material that needs to be taken away. Not everything, because I want a nice snug fit in here. So this is the first step. We take away this material, get it to fit nice and snug in here. Now, I used to have a chisel around, but I can't find it, so we have to do some scraping here. Try to take away all the glue. This is basically the wood glue from the headstock repair. So we'll try to take as much as possible that away. And you can see here some glue. Everything to get this new nut a nice glue surface, and that it will be seated properly, because that is super important. So we have something going on here. There we go, it's gone. Now let's see what we've got here. Now the question is, will it blend? No, that's not the question. The question is, will it be seated properly? Yes, it actually is seated properly. I don't know if you can see that, but it is. Now on this side, it's also seated properly. So that's pretty much what it is, guys. So now what's gonna happen is that we're gonna take this one right here, put the other one on top here, and just do some measuring. Yeah, do some notes, or you know, some lines here and there with the pencil here. Yeah, just like so. That's basically what we got here. So we're gonna get somewhat close to these lines here. So let's go back to the machine. Let's see here. This is what it's looking like right now. It's a little bit rough on the edges. We're not going to do that on the machine. Let's see. Of course, it's too easy to get rid of too much material. That's not what we want to do. So it's a little bit sharp here. Not this side is good, but this side we gotta get rid of some material. Really snug. It's a little bit loose on this side, but you know, that's okay as long as you have a good gluing surface and everything is properly seated. Okay, so now this is what we have to work with. Looking at this nut right here, it's very BFG. It's not perfect, you know, it's a rough cut on all edges. So I want to, you know, get as close as that as possible. And I think I've done that. I got the angles right though, because that's somewhat important. Let's go ahead and put it in its place. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is fantastic. Oh shit. You absolutely don't want to mess this up. I'm using just some regular super glue, just a little dot here. Oh shit. 1, 2. That's all you need. Yep. That's all you need. Now yeah, that's perfect. Oh, let's push it in there. Seated properly. Yeah, this is totally awesome. Totally awesome. I don't want the slots either to be too deep, so you can check that. This is gonna be perfect. Just a little slot right there. You know, this measurements here is just perfect. So I think I got it right the first time. This one is not going anywhere. So this is basically what I did. And this is basically how I do, and it works perfect. So, and you know, I can mask off a little bit here and take a little file and just you know, quite sharp corners here, and always the original nuts is kind of like, you know, taking off just a little material so it's not that sharp. So that's not a huge problem because it is a little sharp here on the edges. We're gonna take care of that. Okay. Yep. You want the slot to be angled. Of course, you don't want the string to sit flat in the slot. So in this case I'm just taking off just a little bit, because so the string has something to sit in when putting on the strings and doing the final filing. This is quite a learning curve, guys. So you always make some practice before you give it a go on a expensive guitar like a Gibson or Fender or anything similar. So what I do is, I'm not taking away too much material, just so the string has something to sit in. Yes, this one, yes, 16 gauge, oops, careful not to slip too much. And if you screw it up, just start all over. You can take the nut away and make a new one. And this is what it's looking like right now. I think it's looking perfect. It's looking kind of like BFG, I must say, in a way, which is the goal here. So what I did here is I tuned up the guitar to detuning, because that's the tuning I'm using. Why did I do that if I'm not filing this one yet ready? Because you want the tension on the guitar so that you can properly see what's going on here. And I have plenty of material to take away on that string, also on that string, also on that string, also on that string, also on that string, and also on that string. So I'm gonna continue to slacken off the strings one by one here and working with one individual, so until it's perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this until it's all good. So this guitar is now ready. It's done, you know. Got the leveling done here on these frets right here. Most of all important, we got a new bone nut made for this guitar. And it's looking quite awesome, I must say. It's kind of like there's no polishing, there's nothing. It's pretty much, very much BFG here, BFG style. Just like the original nut also was very much BFG style. So that's pretty much it, guys. Also put in some lube in here because the tuning stability on the Les Pauls, well, it could be a little bit not so good sometimes. Also, I raised the tailpiece a little bit so that the angle, the braking angle from the saddle here is not as harsh. So I do believe that this will help quite a lot with the tuning stability. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is, guys.